Hi everybody! The day after Christmas. I hope everybody had a great time. I did. Not so much. I had to stay home and hold down the fort. My husband had to work and I couldn't drive all the way to Orlando from Lakeland, and my night vision isn't good, so I had to give up this year being able to spend it with my family. Um, But anyway, what I did do it is spend time with y'all making up crafts and little videos like this one. All right, let's just go ahead and get started. I don't know what I'm going to make for New Year's. If anybody's got any ideas, leave it in the comment section on the YouTube, because I read all your comments and I respond to every one of them. Make sure to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm showing you. A thumbs down is okay too. That helps me learn. All right, here we go. We're going to make us a tassel. So first thing you're going to do is get a good brand of yarn. 100% acrylic is sufficient. I love that luxurious, if I can talk, thicker thicker yarn, and I can't think of what it is, but I don't have any, so we're just gonna go with this. Okay, here we go. We're gonna begin to make our tassel, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna use, if you're right-handed, you're gonna use your left hand that is gonna be wrapped. Okay, so I'm lifting my pinky because the wrap is gonna go around these 3 fingers, okay? To get it started though, that little pinky comes real handy because it holds it. And then you're going to begin to wrap it. And wrap it. I'm on my 3rd one there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to go through the rest of it up to 20. Be right back. Okay, well, I wrapped it all the way around 30 times. You see the little tail here? That's okay, just let it hang. Now what we're going to do is take a piece of string, which I already pre-cut, so I told you about that, right? And all I'm going to do is just underneath the loops that I made. So just underneath them, okay? Then, because I want them to be even as possible, I'm going to go ahead and slip these off my finger. And we're going to make a good tie right here. Looks like it came off my finger a little bit junky. Let's hope it didn't do that to our tassel. All right. All right. Get it nice and tightly. Tight pull off, okay? That tie string that you just saw me do through the middle of the loop, do not cut it, okay? That stays. That stays, baby. And then what we're gonna do is straighten our little loops out a little bit here. Okay. Now that they're looking nice and straight, right? And remembering not to cut off that center that I cut. Okay, that's up here. Keep it separate. Then what you do is you're going to take your good scissors, because you need good ones. I was wonkying along with these with a pair of very old ones, and it was such a pain in the butt. But you'll see how, if I can get it in here. Then I pull tight and I cut through the loops. And then what you're left with, boom, 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 a tassel. Almost a tassel, we'll say. Almost. Now, you're still not cutting that that tie in the middle, because that is going to become the way you hang it and the way we're going to slip beads on it, etc. Okay, now all I'm going to do is grab it with my hands, until I can find, I guess, a position my hand wants to cut, and give your baby a cut. Okay, if it's not perfect, all we do is just come back and we'll cut a little bit more. And I do see a little string. Well, I guess we'll see. If it starts bugging me to death, then we'll change it up. Okay, next what you're going to want to do is take another piece. I'm going to have to cut a piece off here. And we're going to do a tie right at the top. Because right at the top, all my little string pieces out of there. Okay, now on a tassel, I got all these little yarn boogers, I want to say. They just are everywhere. I need to get here's my ladybug. Crystal, press out. Grab your ladybug. Just zip that thing. Look how good that did. That even took a big old long piece. Okay. All right, now our workspace is clear, and you want to make sure your your yarn lines, I guess would be a better way to put it. I'm not being able to talk very good tonight, am I? I think y'all get the picture. Basically what I'm doing. Then just lay this down, more of those little yarn boogers. So we're just going to lay this in the middle, not in the middle, towards the top. Okay, can everybody see that? There's where we'll be hanging it that we just made. I smoothed everything down. Got another piece of yarn. And I'm going to just tie it off. And when I'm tying it off, being very careful not to hit the bottom. La la, does anybody see a tassel? I do. Then go ahead and just make it a double knot. I so enjoy you guys. I'm so glad you joined me for this. All right, so here's a little trick when you really want something really, tied tightly with a knot. Take your two ends, lay them across your three fingers here. Same thing over here. Okay, that leaves these fingers here to be free with the thumb to pull that as tight as I can. Grab the other end and pull quickly. And as you see, if I could slow that down, I would. But I don't know how. So, that's how you make a tassel. Then, of course, this tie-off will be trimmed. Or does it need to be trimmed? Let me see. It may not. You know what? I'm not even going to trim it. It doesn't need it. Yeah, there we go. And there's your tassel. Halfway done anyway. Okay? Next step is learning how to put a bead on a piece of yarn or on or a thicker like a thicker twine type thing. That's not going to go into my bead very easily. I chose, I have I have a large, a medium, small, and a small. I wanted the small. They're just so delicate and cute. But I'm going to show you how to get that to happen. 2 seconds, let me just get set up for that. Alright, let me show you a little trick I learned from the pro crafters. I want to say the Crafting by Corey. Wonderful. My favorite is Unicorn Dust Designs. Maybe it's because I can't say the name of her business, but she's my favorite, and I binge watch her a lot. Same with Corey. Now what we're gonna do, back to this again, sorry, is get yourself a little bit of tape. Just a little tiny piece. I think you can probably see that. And one of the strings, even though they are the same length, I'm going to pull one up just a little bit higher than the other. You see that? Okay. What I'm going to do is come in like that. And I'm going to fold using this tape all the way around those ends, and then I twist. And sometimes I have to make a new beginning because they do get sometimes that like right now, as you see, that should just stick right through there. Now it normally does with a larger bead. This one wishes to give me some trouble, so that's why I recommend one of these tools here. See how they have a little ball at the very end, one a little larger, one a little smaller. The smallest fits perfect into the hole, and all I'm going to try to do here is push. I'm going to try